Alright, I'm out in the garage today. Figured I'd get some shit done. Had some nice weather out here yesterday, or well, Saturday night was hottest day of the year. It was 101, and right now, day after, it is 70 degrees was the high and 45 is the low. I'm wearing long pants and a long sleeves t-shirt. Only in Illinois. But anyways, got some progress done today. I know I haven't posted pics up in a while after a bunch of that bullshit went down that kind of pissed me off, but I haven't really had time to post pictures up anyway. I made that today, the transition from the wall to the console. Not really sure why I put speakers in it, but I figured if I'm doing a million sets of components anyway, might as well put some more speakers back there. I know you probably won't hear them when you're sitting in it, but you will when you open the door. 5 1/4 is going down there, and everything fits. It's kind of a test fit. It's going to take some doing, especially when I get the carpet in, because that's going to raise everything a little bit. So, but basically just cut these pieces here when that was a full square, and trimmed off some other parts on the two side panels, fiberglassed it all together, and came up with that. And after I glassed it, it kind of sagged a little bit, so I had to use quite a bit of body filler to do that. And unfortunately I had to use normal Bondo, which I hate doing. I'm a fan of Rage Gold, but funds are low and it's Labor Day, so no place that sells Rage Gold's open. Anyways, up here, I'm sure you've all seen that. You got the the slide. It'll house 2 small Boston amps. It'll go out to about there, but the way these amps are set up, there's no way you could possibly tune them unless it went all the way out. So it's going to have a 20-inch actuator on it that'll actually be able to have 2 positions, one that's right there, show position, and then if I need to tune it, pull it all the way out. But that'll be done later. Minor setback. Actually, it's a huge setback. My dad threw away something irreplaceable. I had pulled the headliner out and pulled all the old cow print off of it. Let's see. Classic. That's going back on, don't worry. Pulled it out, cut it up. I had it cut to fit, and I actually laid a quart of resin on it just to stiffen it up a little bit before I started working on it. Had it out drying in the heat on the trailer that I throw all the MDF scraps in, and he threw it away because he thought it was trash. He burned it. So now, how are you going to find a 94 two-door in a junkyard? It's almost impossible. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I'm not making my own headliner. I've already thought about it. I've already weighed that out. It's going to be way more work than I even want to attempt. So I'm probably just going to have to get one from a Suburban and do a little modifications, because in order for it to fit right up here, it's got to be from a 2-door. So minor modifications. Down there, door test fit. That door has actually been done for since the late part of '09. I did those doors, or one of them at least. But back when I had the 812s in it, but I never really felt like finishing it. Here in the dash, you got a set of 5 1/4s and an extra tweeter. Up here, I've had a lot of questions. What the hell's going in the triangle? Well, that's a good question, because I don't know yet. I needed a place to have a screw to mount that into the dash, but most likely an Apple sign. Here we got the little dealio for the iPad. It's gonna be kind of like a Fishman deal. It's gonna pop out. Got the little slot right there, but that's gonna come later. Everything's got to get covered for that to go on. Gauge cluster, a lot of questions about that too. I am not using the stock gauge cluster. That thing goes bye-bye. I am using Dakota Digital gauges. I'm going to take the old crescent shaped shroud off, and this is all going to be just plexiglass. The light switches for the headlights and whatnot, just going to be rocker switches over here. Console, not too sure about. I have no idea what I'm doing right here. Most likely some little door with the AC controls behind it and whatnot, and actuator switches and all that good stuff. And of course 2 cup holders right here. But let me get these armrests up so you can see them. Oops. These are the armrests that I made when I was bored. I'll have them on aluminum brackets. That's going to come almost last though, like a lot of this stuff. I always say it's coming last, but I really can't do that until everything gets covered anyways. Everything's black vinyl except for all the little panels that will trim off the speakers will be purple suede, as well as the little square here, and the center of the console, center of the armrest, and a lot of other stuff's going to be purple suede. Seats I'm not too sure about. Until I find some seats that fit in here and can get cat skin to make me some purple and black suede seats, I'm probably just going to stick with the racing seats. Back here, this is going to come last because I don't have to finish this off quite yet. For amps, I know I think I said previously in the build log that I was going to use the big ass crown amp, which is sitting right here. Has been for over a year with more dust on it than anybody even wants to know. But I got an offer. The guy I sold it to wanting to buy it back for me for $2,000, and I only paid $15 for it. So thinking about 3 or 4 AQ 3500s back here, real low. In the center, hopefully can fit a 32-inch flat screen. We'll figure that out, but running into a little dilemma. I need to try to fit those speakers minus the box on top of the amps and beside the TV in these little areas here. So that's gonna be a wonder, but I spent a lot of time on those and a lot of time tweaking and modifying the crossovers so they sounded almost like an audiophile grade pro audio setup. They're loud and they're clean, zero distortion unless you use a dirty signal, but everything's off all that equipment over there. So yeah, that's about all the progress I've had right now. Probably going to put another set of speakers in over there. Everything's going to be Boston SRs. Sets of speakers in the headliner. That'll come later once I find a headliner. As well as a set of 4-inch components up next to the amp rack there. But I need to get some more funds going on here because, including the batteries and the iPad, I'm about $4,000 into this whole rebuild here. Material costs about $1,200, including the box. It's all birch, remember? So that was funds are getting low, but yeah, I figured I'd give you an update. So, well,